What if everything you believe in Clair Obscur was a lie? What if you were never alive, and every choice you made was meaningless? What if the world itself was only an illusion, designed to make you believe you mattered? Clair Obscur is a world that feels alive, but it isn't. Every year, a number appears, and anyone whose age matches that number dies instantly. The paintress controls this number, and every year, humanity sends an expedition to stop her. Most never return. This year, it's Expedition 33. You follow a group of explorers, all 33 years old, their last year alive. They know the odds. Every expedition before them failed. Some vanished without a trace. Others left behind ruins, recordings, and half-written warnings no one fully understands. The path ahead is not just dangerous, it is wrong. Landscapes shift when no one is looking. Memories bleed into reality. Time does not behave the way it should. The deeper they go, the more the world begins to question them. It shows them people they lost, lives they never lived, choices they were never allowed to make. And slowly, the expedition begins to realize something terrifying. The paintress may not simply be ending lives. She may be preserving something far worse. Because in Clair Obscur, death is clean. Existence is not. As the expedition progresses, strange things happen. Time feels broken. Memories repeat. Past expeditions appear in echoes, as if reality itself is layered like paint. Enemies aren't just enemies. They feel like brushstrokes given life. Among the lost lives is Sophie, and a man who loved her, Gustav. Sophie's age matched the deadly number that year, and she was consumed by the curse. Gustav survived, but not by fate, by chance. And yet, driven by love and grief, he chose to join Expedition 33, risking everything to end the cycle that stole her from him. Even though Gustav was not doomed by the number, his journey is a reminder. Sometimes those who survive are the ones who bear the heaviest burdens, carrying the memories of everyone who has already been lost. And yet, even his sacrifice cannot change the truth of this painted world. The deeper the expedition goes, the more it becomes clear this world is artificial. The ruins, the letters, the fading echoes of humanity, they're not real. They are memories preserved by the paintress. The paintress is not the villain you expect. She maintains the world, sacrificing lives to keep humanity's memory alive. Without her, everything would collapse. Every life sacrificed feeds the magic that keeps it alive. The numbered deaths aren't cruelty, but a mechanism to channel human energy into the world. Without them, the painting would collapse. Even the expeditions exist to confront her, but stopping the cycle would erase everything, making these sacrifices necessary. And this is where the cruelty of Clair Obscur truly reveals itself. If the paintress is stopped, the world dies. If she continues, humanity is slowly erased. There is no victory here, only delay. The expedition is not walking toward a final battle. They're walking toward a choice that should never exist. Every revelation strips away the idea of heroism. There is no evil to defeat, no clear hand to blame. Only a system built to survive on remembrance, fed by lives it was meant to honor. The explorers begin to understand that they are not intruders in this world. They are fuel, their hope, their fear, their defiance. Each emotion strengthens the very illusion they seek to destroy. Some begin to question whether ending the cycle is mercy, or an act of erasure worse than death. Because if the painting collapses, so do the memories. Every voice, every story, every proof that humanity ever existed at all. And so, the final question emerges, not from the paintress, but from the world itself. Is a life only meaningful if it is remembered? And if remembrance demands sacrifice? And then comes the truth. Expedition 33, and every expedition before it, didn't fight for survival in the real world. Humanity has already ended. What remains is a painted echo, a memory of what once was. Verso, one of the expedition members, isn't an ordinary human. He is bound to the magic of the painted world itself, which allows him to remember every reset, Every failed expedition and every life lost. Memories no one else could ever hold. And this is where the ending lies to you. The story offers closure, but closure is another illusion. What you are shown is not an ending. It is a frame carefully chosen to feel complete. Verso's memory does not exist to preserve hope. It exists to prevent collapse. Every reset wipes away resistance. Every failure reinforces the painting's stability. The cycle continues not because it must, but because it works. You're led to believe there's a final choice, a moment where everything can change. But the truth is more unsettling. The system does not fear rebellion. It absorbs it. Even knowledge becomes part of the design. Even understanding feeds the world's survival. The expedition never had the power to end the cycle, only to justify it. And so the painted world persists, not as a sanctuary, but as a monument to a species that could not let go. Clair Obscur does not ask whether humanity deserves to survive. It asks whether memory alone is enough to replace life. And when the screen fades to black, the lie is not what happened. It's what you were never allowed to question. Because the painting doesn't end. It waits for the next number to appear. At the end, you face a choice. Kill the paintress or spare her. Kill her, and the curse ends, but the world collapses. Everything, including you, fades into nothing. Spare her, and the world survives, but the curse continues. Lives are still taken every year in a cycle that never ends. Neither choice is true freedom. Both preserve an illusion. The ending doesn't give control. It forces you to accept a lie. Every member of Expedition 33 dies, but they don't fail. Their deaths give meaning to all the expeditions that came before them. The paintress isn't cruel. She's preserving the only thing left of humanity, memory. Clair Obscur teaches something we rarely see in games. Life is fragile, and sometimes existence itself is meaningless. But even in a world that isn't real, even in a life that never truly existed, actions still matter. The explorers, though doomed, leave behind a story the paintress preserves. And maybe that is enough. We search for meaning even in illusions. And that is the true beauty and tragedy of Clair Obscur. So the next time you think your choices in a game define the world, remember, in Clair Obscur, the world already defines you. A beautiful lie, painted over with memory, waiting for someone to believe in it.